And the music. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Epic Boon Storms over Cerenar Session 8. My name is Raw, and I have the pleasure of being your Dungeon Master for tonight. And with me, as always, I have a very, very interesting crowd who play in this campaign about forgotten gods and high intrigue. So, hello, ding dongs. I have very much been looking forward to hearing your introductions for this session.
Uh-oh.
We're going straight into it?
Yeah, we're going straight into it, Alex. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, hello everybody. Hello Ding Dongs. How are you all?
Hello, ding dongs.
Hello, Ding Dongs.
I am Alex from the formerly nice country of England, and then before that, not quite so nice. Anyway, I'm playing Oust, the Chthonian High Elf Hexblade Warlock, an archaeologist, who seems to have an overabundance of green dust all of a sudden. Quite likes the odd Kalari spirit, and well, just a bit of a mess, just in general. But we'll see where that goes. And I believe we're answering the question: which words your character live by and why this week?
That's correct.
And I would say that Oust's words live by are: no man should be a slave to another man, but to an idea, there's a little bit of room for interpretation.
Beautiful.
All right. Hello, my name is Evan. I am the player for the wonderful Tabaxi Rogue Ranger multi-class, Hijar Safis, who is, by trade an adventurer and also by love an adventurer. That's really it. He just genuinely loves putting himself in dangerous situations in the hopes of finding valuables and treasures at the end of the day. As for which words he would live by, do good where you can, but understand your limits, is a mantra that he was taught pretty early on by his master, and it is something he attempts to personify.
That is super cool. All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, then it's me. I'm Jonas. How you all guys doing? I'm from the paradise in the north called Denmark. And I'm the player that plays Bjørn, son of Wilder, or Wilderson. He's a straight up barbarian. And the con is when you are born a hero and never been confronted with any weakness, he's like he's a person with everything, so he has everything to lose, and a true hero must make sacrifices, and I think that's his deal in a sense. He lives by the word, actually only by one word, that's brutality. He's brutally devoted to his northern culture. He's also brutally devoted towards, for example, the concepts of his guards. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And Leon, of course.
Alright, I am Leon from Germany. I play Theos Ipime, Bard Extraordinaire from the Emirates, songster of 1,000 Tales, mischievous prankster, seeker of justice, and manager and best friend of Bjorn. At least this is how he likes to think about himself. His actions seem to be driven by a woman from his past named Pandora. But anytime someone wants to mention that, he tries to ignore it as much as possible. And he lives by the word If you're going to burn, burn brightly. / by Pandora.
Thank you very much, Theus.
I'm Tanner from the Frozen Wastelands of the North, fellow producer of Epic Boon Productions. I play Nongol, full name Nongol, Shadowem, Hunglim, Wuhapni, Clarabrat, Dingleblim. The nomad gnome thaumaturgy wizard that has a particular knowledge of the forbidden. The book he carries is full of horrible poetry, but it's the key source to his sorcerer-like powers and the ability to channel cleric spells. Nongol always says that a plan without someone as smart as him isn't a plan at all.
All right, thank you very much, Ding Dongs. That has been that was very interesting to hear a little bit about you guys. We will of course get to know your characters even better this session and in our next introduction. And we have had some interesting times. And actually, we find our heroes at a crossroads. And I know that Theus, Leon, you have prepared a little recap for us to ease us into this session here.
So, this is something that is happening at the evening after we saved the captured people from the Tenkari, and before we are about to split up. Theus is currently sitting probably somewhere on the ship that we managed to capture, some alone quarters, writing down in the book that he's always carrying with him. By dim candlelight, probably as isolated as much as possible from the others, as this is few alone time that he has from Bjorn. He writes down the following. Dear Pandora, am I a good person? I try to be the way you taught me to. It is tough. It was easier when I just had to listen and do the things people told me to. But you told me this is what it means to be human and not a puppet anymore, right, Pandora? I pranked a lot of people in your name and left your mark everywhere I went to. I tried to fill your list as much as possible. There's still so much left. But no matter what I do, I don't feel my sins lighten one bit. Would you forgive me if I ever met you again? I recently met a group of weird people. Yeah, even weirder than Bjorn. Maybe they can help find, well, you know. I also have to take care of a child of, you know, them. She can still be saved, unlike me. But it's really hard to raise a child. You never taught me that. Well, it's not like I have the time to worry about this much in the future. Maybe the others can help me with that. I should ask them tomorrow. Sincerely, Antares. I close the book, blow out the candlelights, and await the next day. As everyone is waking up, I assume, I make my way to each one of the quarters, with a burning question in mind.
Okay.
I knock first on the one I know the most about. I knock on Bjorn's room door or somewhere where he's currently sleeping. Bjorn? Are you awake? Hello, Bjorn.
Yes. Yeah.
Jonas, you can't understand. Sorry.
Yep.
You're cutting out,
Yeah.
Jonas, my friend.
I'm awake. I opened the door. Oh, I'm going to a better internet connection place in my house then. Once.
Sure, Bjorn. Go to find the internet connection place on the ship here. I As Bjorn is currently looking for this thing, he seems to be a little bit sleepy. I will go to the next one first. Then I will knock on to. What's this internet thing? I will knock on Safi's door, where he's currently sleeping. Safis?
Yes.
Are you awake?
Yes. Safis without answer if he was not. And Safis will go and open his door to greet Theos.
I know we had our differences, but I really want to confide in you something I have a question about. Do you have some time?
Safis will nod. Certainly.
You are siblings, right? You have family?
Safis does, yes.
How did you go about raising your siblings? I don't know if like your parents did that or you had to do this.
Safis is actually one of the younger of his siblings. Safis did not raise any of them. His parents and grandfather were instrumental in that regard.
And how did they raise you? Like, any tips?
Safis kind of has this little blank look and tilts his head, confused. Safis thinks it is good to raise your children with love and care. It is important to both. He kind of just like struggles for the words for a moment. Safis thinks it's important to teach your children how to take care of themselves, but also that it is important to rely on others in many regards. They cannot do everything on their own, and they never will be able to do everything on their own.
Okay, taken noted. Hopefully this will work. Thank you. We see each other. I will go.
Safis just kind of nods in confusion, just kind of walks back into his room, just a little weirded out.
Okay, Bjorn, are you now awake?
Can you hear me? Is better?
A little bit.
Yes, but you're very quiet.
Quiet.
I'm quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had you turned down a lot though, so I'm.
Like even I have you now at 150 and you're still quiet.
Yeah, I have you at 100%. And you're good now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
No
what were you
worries.
saying before? I was sleepy.
So Bjorn, you have family, right?
Yeah, I do.
We never really talk like brothers, sisters, parents, cousins.
Well, I still have a brother. I have
Did
a
you raise
mother and a father back at home. Small village. So, what are you?
You're still very
Never
quiet
could-
for me. It's just
We never
it's
talked.
very hard to understand.
You can turn him up in Discord.
I turned him at 200% currently Discord, and he's
Oh.
still quiet.
He's pretty quiet on the stream as well.
I don't know if I can.
Like, can you go to mic settings and just check if you can turn up the sound, the recording? If you go to your sounds, like you can probably like control panel sounds, and
It's because
like
I'm
just turn up
currently
your...
on my phone. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
That's how it
Yeah,
goes sometimes. We're doing it live.
We're doing
I'm
it live.
currently
Yeah,
on my
so-
phone because my laptop is limited to only my room writing a rather big.
Like, can you go to control panel and go to sound?
Why don't we just like just speak up a bit until we get this fixed up?
Yeah,
Okay,
we can sort this
I'm
out.
going to talk as loud as I can.
Perfect. We'll.
Works well.
That's a
Well-
good line. Perfect.
So, Theus, we actually never talked about family before. This is quite curious. Could it be because of the small girl has piqued your interest in that sense?
It's not like about family, but more like how can you like teach a child, make a child, like raise a child? It's hard.
Well, my parents, they actually left me and my brothers a lot to ourselves, and I thought that they did quite a nice job.
And they never worried that you like run off and do something stupid?
Well, we did a lot of stupid stuff, but you know, that's that's children for you. Actually, I think, I don't know. I think I might have children myself. You see, when you are a hero in the North, a lot of women, they show interest in you, and
I know about that because I organized some of them for you, just so you know.
yeah, but I'm actually thinking that there might be, you know, a product of that. But I never really thought about it that carefully.
Like, how would you raise a child? This is my question.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Okay, Bjorn.
That would women's work. I don't do that kind of thing. Jesus.
We don't do that here. Okay, good.
Well,
Bjorn,
no,
thank you
that's-
for your
it's a
tips.
women's
I
job.
will definitely keep in mind what you just said in the future.
Sure. Anytime.
Thank you, Bjorn. We see each other breakfast. I go to Ost. Ost?
Yes?
I'm not bothering you currently. You sound a little bit like as if you have
You can,
fucking...
you can just leave the towels out there. It's fine. I'll get them in a second.
Should I look away? Should I look away?
Oh, sorry. Hang on. 1 moment. Sorry, just a bit tired. Okay, yeah, I'll open the door. Oh, Fierce, hello. Good morning. How are you? Good.
Should I wait? Like
Yes.
you're still like
Excellent.
half naked?
No, it's fine. I'm just in a towel. It's fine. Carry on. What do you want?
Ost, do you have some like children? I don't know. Like, are you old enough to have children? It's really hard to see them on elves. Like how old they are.
Children. I'm only 200. Goodness me. No. No children.
Parents? But you had parents, right?
Like many living people, yes.
And sisters, brothers, cousins?
Unfortunately, yes.
And how would you go about like raising them? Like if you well, how were you raised? Or if you had a child, how would you raise them?
Well, I can tell you how I was raised. Beatings. There were quite a fair amount of those. Locked in the small room. I mean, I say the small room. It was vast. But locked in the small room, forced to study, that kind of thing. Obviously, there was always the threat of being sent out to the legions. You don't want to slum it with the masses. But that was only before we actually went and did training. Well, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't starved that much. Only intentionally. I'm sure, really. I mean, maybe don't do those things. Although, to be honest, I turned out perfectly fine. So, main face. Why?
Okay. We see each other at breakfast. I think this is not going well.
Okay.
Have a nice morning, Ost. We see each other. I will go as fast as I can to Noggle.
Given a legitimate answer so far. That's in any way helpful to this.
I go to Noggle. Noggle?
Yes, who is it?
It's me, Fierce.
Kevin, get the door. The door opens up.
I'm bothering you, Noggle. I just had a question.
No, just going over my studies. What can I help you with?
You had family, right? Like parents, sisters, siblings, other brothers, cousins. Do you have a child?
Noggle looks at you with very stressed out eyes. Do I, a nomad? Do I have family? Every nomad you see is related to me in some way, or shape, or form. It's insane. There's so many family members that I have. I can't even count that many. Because you didn't see any, did you?
And did you ever had a child?
Like myself?
Did you have to raise a child?
No, I don't have any siblings of my own. There's too many nomads running about anyways.
Okay, this was a stupid question. Maybe like this. Were you raised by someone?
Yes, I had 16 aunts, three, my straight mother and father, but it is truly my 8 grandparents that did most of the work on raising me, depending on, of course, where we were at the time. And, my uncles taught me somewhat, but a little bit about magic, but being about 300 years old...
Among them, who was the best who raised you? Like, what would you give as an advice for someone that wants to raise someone from your perspective?
Well, grandfather Wu Hapney told me to find out what I was best with and do it regardless of what the family thought.
Okay, but if that doesn't work? But it's like if the best you can be is like being a murderer or something.
Oh, no. This would go without saying. I mean, you obviously wouldn't do anything evil. You would do your best to respond and uphold the beliefs of your family and, of course, the area that you're in. If your family's full of murderers, then I would assume you would take up that mantle as well.
That is not a good advice to raise a child, I think.
Are you asking about your friend that you've taken under your wing?
I just tried, I'm currently a little bit of brainstorming, and I cannot believe that Safis actually gave me the best advice up till now. We see each other like bread first.
Well, you see, nomads have massive families. Pretty much every nomad knows another nomad, every other nomad. So it's vast. Just, I guess my best advice was try not to be a forest gnome.
That is easy. She's a tabaxi.
Perfect. She's already had a good start then. Well, if that's all, Nibbles, put that down.
So we see each other back first. I will go to where can I find Vega?
Vega, last time you saw her, she was rummaging around in the mast area of...
Okay, I will try to go there.
Alright.
Can I find her there?
Yeah, she's sitting on a beam in the ship, looking down. So,
How are you looking?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm sitting up here.
Good perspective from up here. Nice
Sometimes.
view. So, here's the thing. I really want the best for you, but I don't know how to raise a child. So I asked my friends how they would raise a child. And, I just want to have your opinion regarding that. So one of them wants me to beat you. One of them wants me to leave you alone and do your stupid things. One of them wants me to let you be a murderer. And yeah, I don't think this is working. But the best advice I actually got was from Sophie's, the other tabaxi. And I don't know if it's just because you're both tabaxi, but this sounds reasonable in my opinion. And that I should take care of you, but also leave you enough freedom to make your own decisions. But I'm worried, just so you know.
What are you worried about? You're not going to leave me anywhere, are you? She says, looking down at you. Her legs are kind of...
I want you to be safe somewhere, but I can't take you with me. This is why I want you to leave you at a place where I have people I can trust. Other than these people here, even though I'm not sure how much I trust them up to now. But this will be dangerous, and I want you to be on a safe location. But I want to give you something on the way, and I don't know what I should give you. And any advice I have gotten, except that one, doesn't seem to get me far with you. Because you tend to, especially last time, yesterday, you tend to do your own things too much. This worries me, because when you start doing your own things, as soon as I send you to the Ivory Isles, I can't have a safe space of mind. You understand?
like a dark cloud passes over her eyes and forehead as she looks down at you. And in the instant, she has descended from the beam with the rigging and stands before you as she looks at you. So you're just going to leave me like the other ones? Is that it?
No, I'm making sure that you're safe somewhere, away from all the murder and all the killing and the bad people. And we talked about this before. Like, you cannot come with us because we're going somewhere where the evil people are. And you want to get away from this. I saw you crying there. I saw how hard it is for you to do these things. And which means that you're much better than me at the beginning, because I did this without even lifting an eyebrow.
How old were you when you got out?
Don't really know. I'm young. Never really bothered with age.
Was it a long time ago?
Long time.
What did you do? Were you alone?
Sometimes not. But what's important is that you can be better than me. And you can have a better future. And for that, you need to at least listen to adults. To me, at least. Because I want the best for you. Even though it might not look like it. Like, just to know, if this is how parents feel, I don't envy them. Anyways,
You're not my dad. You know that, right? She looks up at you.
But I'm currently the one taking care of you. And I'm currently the one that wants your best. I don't think that is as... I don't never had a dad. But from what Pandora told me, this is like pretty close to what it is like to have someone that cares for you. So I'm kind of like family currently to you.
Who is this Pandora you keep talking about?
Someone very important to me. Someone who's taught me much.
You say a lot of things like you care and that you worry about me, but the only thing that I've seen you do is to say that you want to leave me behind, and then you keep giving me half answers about yourself. It's like you don't actually really want to help me, and that's fine. I can.
No, I really want to help you.
Then why are you leaving me here? Why are you sending me on a ship somewhere where they'll find me eventually?
No, I'm always watching you. I told you last time when we were the Scorpions that I wanted you to be on a safe place, and then you went like there and put yourself in danger. I didn't want that, and you disobeyed me there. You are very young currently, and you don't have enough experience in this world. It might sound harsh, but I have lived a lot longer than you, and I currently just want your best. And this might contain that I have to leave you in a safe place. And I want you to know that I currently just want you to be safe away from the bad things. And I can't take you with me. And that's, I really, really, you should know that I am currently the one who's caring for you. Like, I pulled you away from this.
Is that what you... She stops and looks out over the railing of the ship. You can see the dusty red kind of rock formations slowly passing by. She looks back up at you. Is that just what you're saying? So you can set me on a ship to somewhere and then forget about me?
No, I'm doing this to send you somewhere where you're safe, where you won't be hurt, and where you are with people that I trust.
You're not really... Come on.
I can't take you with me. You know how dangerous they are. You know how dangerous they are. And you can't
it's not... It doesn't make any sense. You know these people. I won't be safe in a boat. I won't be safe in some island somewhere.
You will be, because I have been safe there.
Give me a persuasion roll. With disadvantage.
Sure. Let's see. Persuasion.
And you have you can roll a 10 for the minimum, right? Isn't that the case?
Yeah, I rolled 10 minimum, so it's 10 plus 14, 24. Actually, I have inspiration. I will use it for that even.
Sure.
So roll again. So it's 27.
You see her facial expression softening a bit. And she sighs and she looks to you. So where are you sending me?
I told you about this before, the Ivory Isles.
Damn.
There are some... Have you ever seen elephants?
Once?
Elephant people?
The Loxodons?
Yeah,
Yeah, a few of them.
they're friendly. They're a little bit slow on the side, but they are wise, intelligent, strong, enduring, and they can take care of others. I have some friends there. They will take care of you.
Okay.
And I will send you, as soon as I have learned the spell sending, send you some messages every few days.
Okay,
Just check.
well, is it your friends somewhere? This Loxodon?
Yeah, they're friends.
So, all right. And you're sure that they're okay?
They're very okay. Eccentric, one of those guys. Yeah, but they're okay. So, you understand me now. I just want the best for you, even though it currently doesn't look like it. Hope you will appreciate it.
She doesn't answer. She looks down, averting your
Okay,
eyes.
ready for breakfast. Come on, I'll clap her on the shoulders.
Okay, she comes with you. As you go down to the food that has been prepared. More porridge and some soup with the supplies you found at the Tenkali settlement. As you are ready to divide yourselves and go where you decided to go. Are you all at the breakfast area?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
You arrive with Vega at your side, and you see the others sitting around in their various own ways, eating breakfast, chatting. Some of the other children are running around. Some of the adults looking relieved for the first time in a long time. People that you saved. So what do you guys do?
Is it more beetle porridge?
No, this is more like some porridge and some soup made from the foodstuffs liberated from the Tenkali settlement.
Is this
Soup
a new
stock
day?
is beetle stock.
It is definitely a new day.
Good. Because I am not healthy.
So you're telling me, Nuncle, you can't even eat the chicken? What is the purpose of it then?
Well, you don't see it. If you eat the chicken, it just disappears and then reappears. It won't fill your belly at all. It's a conjuration.
Then why have it around?
I have a special day. Wizards are innately known to have familiars follow them around, and unfortunately, this little sucker stuck with me since I was able to learn my first cantrips.
So you're stuck with it?
Well, I mean, I could change Nibbles into a different shape and size if I wanted to, and do like a crow or another type of bird, maybe even a spider or a snake, but I prefer this goofy little friend myself. So, It's like that's my Theus. To you.
As you're talking about this, the small chicken nibbles is hammering its head into the big rock that is just lying on the deck of the ship.
Well, I would never eat Theus, so it makes sense.
Exactly. There you go. And I'm sure if Theus was to disappear for a little bit, I mean, you know that we would be right back at your side, whether you wanted him to be or not. Yes.
What if you were really, really hungry?
But as I said, it's a conjuration. If you would eat it, it wouldn't fill a hole.
No, Bjorn. What if you were really hungry?
Ah, I see. Interesting question.
I actually stood in a very similar decision a long time ago, and I'm proud to say that I never fell to that kind of taboo.
Oh, okay. Bit boring, but fair enough.
What about you? Vega says, looking up at you, Oust. Have you ever eaten someone? A lot of people say that all the Imperial Elves does that sometimes with the lesser race, she says, doing hands the size of her.
So, some of the older ones, yeah, maybe. You know, some of the traditionalists, I guess you could call them. But yes, I mean, I wouldn't eat anything old. You want, you know, younger, really. The younger the better, I'd imagine. Is there anything meat to go by? Veal, for example, you know. Go young.
Or cat.
Or tender.
Look at Vega.
I've never tried cat meat. I was offered some strange animals in the Kalari Desert, but never cats. Small creatures that they called pigs, but they were tiny. But yeah, never cats.
Vega doesn't shy away from your obvious teasing, but she giggles a little bit and takes some breakfast for herself.
That's right. Fatten yourself up.
Yeah.
Savis takes mild concern of this remark, also being a tabaxi.
You're far too old, Saphis. Too
Saphis
stringy, I'd imagine.
Saphis is actually probably the youngest member of the party, thinking about it, considering everyone here is some form of elf. Or other long-living species.
Oh, well, Bjorn is very much a human.
Fair. How old is Bjorn?
I actually don't know if he is like 35 something.
So he's like the baby Bjorn.
So Safis is in fact the youngest of the group. So there you
How
go.
old are you, Mr. Nongle? You're not getting on, but you know. No.
Well, around 350 some odd winters old. I would have to take a look at my notes to make sure that that's precisely my age, but
Of course, check a birth certificate, etc. No, fair enough.
yeah, I suppose. Yes.
A couple of years on me then, I guess.
Vega looks up at you, Nongle, and says, "Do you really need notes to figure out how old you are?"
How old are you, child?
8.
Then come back and see me in a few centuries, and you tell me if age means something.
She
Yeah,
looks at you. It doesn't? Or...
The child's mind.
Us elders have to stick together, Nongle. Don't worry about her.
Yeah, so to ask your blade, please.
Oh, yep, sorry. Summon it, just dust goes all over the table. Sorry about that. Just wipe it away.
No problem.
There you go. Do your business, if you wouldn't mind.
So, Theus, did you figure out your family question thingy?
No, he's still sending me away to some island somewhere, Vega says.
Oh,
Excellent.
I wasn't talking to you, child. I was talking to Theus. If you can hear me, of course.
You know, it's hard. It's hard.
Well,
And
family
I
stuff
slam
is
my
hard.
face into the bowl of porridge.
One of the people that you freed, a man, comes up to you guys. He looks hopeful for the first time. Right. I thank you all of you, sires, for saving us in our hour of need. You talked about taking us somewhere for us to go home. Is there anything we can do to help you? You see, we just want to show our gratitude, of course.
Well, I mean, if you don't get enslaved again, that would be fantastic.
Oh, we don't count on it, sir. It would be horrible.
Excellent. Well, nothing from me. Nongle?
Well, what could you offer? I mean, your thanks is good enough for us, I think.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have much. If you ever came to Kansmedifun, we could offer you a place to stay, of course.
I will be sure to look you up if we ever traverse that way again.
Right, sir. They're more than welcome, sir.
Maybe, do you know stuff about, raising a child? Something like that?
Oh yes, I have 4. Only 2 of them died before they turned 1 year old. So 2 of them, and one of them you saved. The other one, I'm sorry to say, doesn't seem to have made it. He says, holding the young boy next to him quite tightly, and his eyes kind of goes blank, staring into the middle distance as he comes back and looks. But it doesn't really. Is there anything we could do to help you get us where we need to go? You're talking about Rath Hajar, is that correct?
That is where we're heading, yes.
That's where some of us are heading.
Some of us are heading. Well,
Yes.
I'm heading there.
So am I.
What of it?
What do you know? Who do you work for? No.
Please, I'm just a simple dew transporter. Transport lots of dew over the desert, sir.
Yes. Look, the big one that looks like it should be far too hot for the climate, and the slightly smaller one that talks a lot. They're going to be taking you down to Feed Hajar, and then from there, I don't know, whatever they're doing, they have a plan. Meanwhile, we're going to go and do some stuff in the big city. So, yes, I mean, I'd imagine you're going to stay in this boat, and we're going to take the small one. I believe that was what we all agreed, wasn't it, gentlemen?
Yes, that was the arrangement.
Savis agrees, yes.
Your memory is keen.
Thank you. I don't have a keen mind, though, but,
Quite so, sir. Well, we'll make sure to make ourselves comfortable here then.
Yes, I'm sure you'll be put to work by Mr. Bjorn there. He is but one man, and this is quite a vessel. So
we have given these men coin, have we not?
I have given Fierce and Bjorn a loan to deal with any costs that might be incurred by their trip and the safe passage of these people. Yes.
Good.
Oh, by the way, we did find these things while we were putting the all of the cargo from the settlement in here, and he takes he goes into the ship, and he takes out a box with a bunch of coins and kind of jewelries inside. We're reckoning this is yours. Of course, we wouldn't. Of course, we have taken any money or jewelry that we know to be ours, but the rest, of course, should go to our saviors. Would you say so?
Well, I would. Yes.
He hands you the small chest out.
Thank you. Uncle, perhaps you'd like to take your pick. There might be some kind of gems of arcane value in here. Who knows?
Well, supposedly, but thank you for handing this over. We shall take a look at.
Thank you, of course.
Of course.
More than ample payment. Believe me, that's you are too kind. Believe me, if I was you, then I'd probably just take it. But thank you. Yeah, very nice.
If you just place the chest on the ground, I'm sure Nibbles will be able to find any components that need to be found.
Okay, I'll give the box to the chicken then. He says, putting it down. All right. I'll go tell the others what to prepare for, and we'll be ready to leave when you are.
Good. What's in the box, DM? Tell us what's in the box.
What's in the box?
You got some treasure from last time, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you write that down in the party loot? I guess you did, or maybe not.
Yeah.
I was taking a look at our party loot.
Our party loot's a bit of a.
And
so.
It's blank.
Oh, maybe. Oh no. We put it somewhere definitely. Maybe we put it into the Discord chat. For taking a peek behind the curtain.
The Discord chat. Yeah, we're doing this on Discord because we're professionals.
Who isn't, right? Let's see. Handouts. Yeah, so what we have under our journal is party loot, which is an empty sheet. We also have the after tab for party loot, which is I believe we were using the loot module that creates an actor sheet and turns it into a loot sheet. So that's the way we can set up shops, etc., etc. Very, very cool module.
I have not looked at that too much, to be honest, and I cannot find the chat. So I remember
under party loot, under journal, we do have some loot there. 6 days water, 0 days food. We have a transparent emerald, amethyst, 2 crystal barrel, 2 coral, 2 garnet, 2 jade.
So we've got everything but the magic items, I think.
Yes. All right. So you find 400 golds worth of coins, assorted coins.
We don't remember the magic items. I remember there was a flail plus.
Yeah, that's
a sentinel shield, a gauntlets of ogre strength, and I think that was it, right?
Yeah, I think that's.
Many things.
Nibbles wants the gauntlets of ogre power if no one else wants them. Imagine that, Nibbles, with that. Imagine the kind of rocks he'd be picking up. I need a bigger bag.
It's a chicken on roids.
Chicken roids.
Well, I mean, and do we? Miss Noggle, did you cast your discerning arcane eye over these things? Do we know what they?
Yeah, you have identified them all. Yeah, so
this one makes you much stronger. This one, the shield will actually it will help you see things properly. Well, not properly, but magically. And also this this flail is just hits harder and hits more often. They're all quite useful for adventurers of our types. Is anyone particularly handy with a flail?
No.
Well, it's supposedly only used in one hand at the time, right? And I like to have both on my weapon.
What have you asked? If you're I guess your sword is much more powerful than this thing here, right?
Quite possibly. It kind of I suppose I could technically make the sword like that as well. So might not be for me, this one.
Well, it's always good for trade then. We are heading to Rathajar. There's sometimes gifts of magical purpose could be quite the way to get into a party, so to speak. The gauntlets, though, any of our weaker characters that wish to be stronger would be foolish not to actually use these. And the shield, of course, well, I don't see. Ost, do you carry a shield, do you?
I do, yes. Yes.
Perhaps is this one a little bit kinder to your senses than your current shield?
Well, I mean, let's say I'm not the most perceptive of people, so seems like it may aid me slightly. But I'm happy for anybody to take first dibs. You know.
No, none of these of arcane nature. I don't think they'd be any use to me. So, of course,
well, I mean, I'm
having the strength of an ogre would be quite nice. I would say I would like to try it at least once or twice.
Yeah. I've heard that once you go ogre, you don't go back. So, I mean, I'm more than
I've
happy
heard
to
quite
take
the opposite story. Trust me.
we've been to different brothels.
Yes, we definitely.
Well, well, I mean, I'm happy to take the shield. Mrs. Sophis, I'd imagine it might be slightly redundant for you on multiples.
Safis also needs
but,
to sleep occasionally, and as Safis understands it, the shield warns you even while you sleep, yes? Or is Safis mistaking this item for something else?
Are you proficient with a shield, though, Safis?
Yes.
Oh, funny, I never see you wielding one.
This would give you a certain advantage in perceiving certain things.
Safis does have a habit of staying at a distance with a bow, so Safis is not attached to the idea, but Safis always likes an early warning system.
There might be some confusion with certain items that do provide a certain degree of warning, whereas this would just give you the edge at the start of a battle, or
you know what? A shield of warning is much more fun. So let's just say it's a shield of warning.
Oh, okay.
You want to make it a shield of warning?
You.
Yeah. Well, if it's a shield of warning, Safis is again more interested in it, but it is still a lord of passive perception. So he's not keen on it enough to just yoink it out of the group's pile.
Okay, well, then Nongol will reiterate what the shield is and look to Safis and say, well, this shield, you need to, holding this shield, that's an attuning. Warding is attuning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Warning is attuning. That Sentinel shield is as well, I think.
Central shield is not.
No, it's not. All right. You guys can decide if you want a Sentinel or Warning shield. I think it's...
Warning. But there's a caveat with that. Does it need to be equipped or just held as a warning shield?
It says on the person.
As long as it's on your person. So you can have it on a strap on your back if you want to.
So Hajar, if there is a Safis, if you just have this shield on yourself and you are able to give up some of your magical quantity to actually hold this, then you shall never be surprised. When you being our scout, it might be very useful for you to have. And in case you want the extra defense, you just strap it onto your arm and, well, there you go.
Safis is certainly not against the idea. Hold on, give me a moment to... I think... Yeah. In fact, Safis recently just took stock of the items he is currently using and realizes he does not have the available mental space to properly utilize this item at the given moment. Because it is an attunement item, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. The item Safis is attuned to, he would take much higher priority in than the shield.
All right. So who?
What about Ost?
Yeah.
Free slaughter.
I've got 2 free slots, yeah. So,
well, then yeah, take it, absolutely.
Okay, well, I mean, thank you all for thinking of me. Much appreciated.
Now, what about the gauntlets? Ost, would that help you? I'm sure these would just make Bjorn weaker.
They would.
Yes.
He's more than
I think that it might help you. Yeah.
He's more of an ogre, and less of a titan, actually.
Well, I mean. I mean, Nongol, you can have the gauntlets if you want. If you want this, a slice of strength.
That's I don't
know. If
what
only
I
for
do
just deep entertainment value, but I don't really need strength, to be honest. More of a brains over brawn kind of fellow.
Oh, and you think I'm not?
All right.
You're such a himbo, Nongol. What are you on about?
See the size of my head.
So you divide out
okay.
items, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
All
we
right,
can always just keep them in the back pocket for the time being, pick them up as and when.
All right, so Oz, you take the Shield of Warning. And then we'll put the flail, we'll put it in the party loot, quote unquote. And then I have an empty attunement slot, so I will... Unless someone, honestly, there's nothing that Nongol would need these gauntlets for, besides just to, be an asshole in the middle of doing whatever. Like how strong I am. I just pick things up for no reason.
Pick things up, I put them down.
That's fine.
Alright.
All right.
How do I do this?
So where? So I guess you those of you going directly to Rathajar goes to the Nomad Levitator, and Bjorn and Theus and Vega, you go to you stay on the ship going south to Fida. Is that correct?
Yes, I think so. Bjorn, your game?
Yeah, sure. Another adventure.
Just the question, can I have one of the gems?
Of course. Which gem would you like to take?
Just some that is not that important but valuable enough.
That one. Björn is pointing to the biggest one.
Though many of these gems are useful for magical components, none of them are specifically useful going ahead.
So which gem would be the least, would hurt the least when
Are you asking which one is the
gem
most
the party can
expensive?
separate from the most?
Any, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you could take
Take a pick.
You haven't gotten these kind of assessed yet, but the smallest ones you think would probably sell for between 5 and 15 gold if you're lucky.
Is there some that sells for like 50 gold?
Some of the bigger ones might, but
Okay.
You're
take a
not- you're
50
not-
gold gem. How well do I know these gems that I can assess what value they have?
yeah, that's the best part of being a DM, right? Let me just have a look at your sheet
Usually
here.
Usually I
Yeah.
just give them the value.
Yeah. Let's say I'll just edit some values in here,
Okay,
because that is. Let's see here. 15 gold. 20 gold. All right, I have edited in the values of the different kind of. So it looks like this now. So the amber is worth 10. The chrysoberyl is also worth 10. The coral and tourmaline is worth 15. The garnet is worth 20. The pearl is worth 25, and the jade is worth 50 each.
Who's on party loot?
Yes.
All right.
I'll be on party loot. Let me just repost these. I'll do it in the sheet.
I already edited in the journal sheet of it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
They're already done.
So which one of them do you take, Theus?
Well, I would like to take 50, but if it's the most valuable, I'm also okay with just taking off 20 gold.
Let's take the biggest tiers because the other guys they picked some of the magic.
Okay, I would take 1 jade.
All right, so you pocket a jade. It's a big, a good old chunk. It's a good weight to your hand when you're holding it.
All right. I will also like just use some of my for my backpack, use some material just to like make a little package of it. Just put it in a little package. All right,
Sure.
you can go. Let's go. Don, we ready? Vega, come.
So I guess Oust, Safis, and Nongle, along with the Saldin, you board the Nomad Levitator with along with a few days of food.
Yep. And how many
Yep.
are following to Fida Hajar? Because not everyone wanted to go.
It's just
From
Bjorn
the-
and yourself that are
From
going
the
to...
children, from the children and the man.
I think they just need to get to any city, and they can make their way back on the caravan kind of trading network.
Okay, good. So they're with us then. All right.
Yes.
And
See each
please,
other in-
just remember the locket. Just forget the locket. Anyway, bye-bye.
Is there any, before you leave, Theus, Bjorn, is there anything, though I can't protect you for long, there are ways that I can, well, some ways I could help. I mean, I don't really, perhaps I could create something for you. I can protect you from detection, but not all of you. I wish there was more that I could do before we separate.
Take care of the others, and don't die.
Oh, I would hope not. You promise me the same thing, then.
Of course.
Just send us a message when you have time.
The spell is ready to go. It's on the tip of my tongue.
And with that word, the vessels separate at the fork between the two rivers. One of them, the Cthon River, going all the way down to Rathajar. The other one, the Feeder, going down to the city of Feeder in the south. And as the Nomad Levitator goes west, the unnamed river barge goes to the south. With you, Theus and Bjorn. And Vega, you are on that path. It's not a very long journey, maybe 2 or 3 days down to Feeder, if everything is slow. What do you guys want to do on the way and when you arrive there? And in the meantime, Oust, Safis, and Nongo, you can level up as a.
Oh, goodness me!
Goodness me! All right.
I would like to call Theus and Vega up to the rudder, where at some point doing maybe the next day.
All right. So I guess both Vega and yeah.
So you might both know that I don't pride myself being the most wise, well-versed person, but I'm.
Don't put yourself down like that, Bjorn.
Well, I
know you're devoted.
I got to thinking when I'm standing here and looking towards the horizon, and I'm reminded of colder waters up in the north. And I was thinking about some of the stuff we have been talking about, Theus, and maybe some of the stuff that's gone unmentioned. This is kind of hard to me to just talk openly about, and I feel that maybe you, Vega, may be the key for me to express my. A lot of it had to doing with you, Theus. First of all, I never said this out loud, but I actually appreciate a lot the travels.
Thank you, Bjorn. I also appreciate traveling with you.
And I know that I have been pushing my own agenda for a long time. I had a certain realization when we had that horrible fight on this very ship a few days ago, that maybe some of my thoughts about how indestructible I've always seen myself, maybe that's entirely true. So I was just thinking that maybe we could talk a bit about your agenda. And yesterday you were talking about family, and I don't know. I'm not that good at family. Well, you know, I always thought my destined for more, so maybe we should investigate further. And that's why you're here, because you seem like the core of it. I'm sorry.
I don't think there's much to investigate here. I'm happy where we are currently are. I'm happy with helping you. And it's okay to just push forward. I have you back. As long as you are indestructible. As long as I can keep your back free. And you know that you can always trust me to keep your back free.
I appreciate that. If I was young again, maybe I would have thought a bit more about purpose, you know, and maybe if there was an adult talking to me about how to live a good life, maybe I would have turned out differently. So maybe that's my more well thought about advice. How to. So Vega, indirect question to you, that what do you want?
It doesn't really seem to matter what I want, does it?
Well, not if you don't answer my question. Then it won't.
I don't want to go somewhere where I don't know where it is. I would rather stay with you guys, if that's okay.
Well, is that the ideal for you? Stay with us?
She looks at Theus. Then she looks at you. What do you mean ideal?
So you would trust us traveling to, but you don't but you don't trust the choices when we say that this is the right path?
I'm not saying I don't trust your decision. I'm saying that's not what I want. I'm not arguing with you on that. If you don't want me with you, that's fine.
Why do we want to travel?
She is quiet for a second. Give me a perception roll with advantage, Bjorn.
Isn't it insight?
No, a perception. Not perception. Persuasion. There you go. Yes. Perception.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Yeah.
Persuasion.
Yes. Persuasion. So you roll an 8.
Perception. Well, perception.
Oh no, it's actually it's the exact same roll. No, so you roll all right. They roll a 9, I guess, because it's the first roll we're going for with the perception roll. So 8 plus 1, that's 9. She winces a little bit in her face, and she says, "Honestly, I don't really know. Maybe I just don't want to feel alone again."
Vega, you have to understand that you won't be alone there. There are many people who while not exactly the same, have also lived alone, have gone through a lot of stuff. Children
She,
like you.
as you say
And-
this, like she slaps away one of your hands, kind of going towards her, and she looks at you with anger in her eyes, tears like welling up, and she says, "Yeah, you keep saying that, but you're the only one who understands me, who knows what I'm going through. And
That
I don't
is
know
because-
if, and I don't know if you expect me to just feel fine, but I'm not, okay?"
And that is fine currently because there is much life to live for you. And when you're going with us, there won't be much life lived for you. We're going on very dangerous missions here. Things that will threaten our lives and will threaten your life. And this is something that you have to understand because you are currently very young and have your whole life in front of you. There's so much more for you to live. And you can, at some point when you're older, you might not understand this, but what we are currently doing, what I'm currently doing, is for your best. You might hate me for it, and that's fine. Hate me as much as you want. But don't hate yourself. Because I know that from what I've seen you do, that there is something different inside of you. Something that was not raised as a murderer. And I want you to develop that. And for that, and for you to develop that, you need to be somewhere safe. Somewhere where you can spend some time being a child. Somewhere where you can be with others who are children. Somewhere where you don't have to think about every day about your life or taking the life of others.
She masters her feelings. You can see that obviously on her face as she stands up straight and looks at you, and she says, "And what? Go back to be a kid, a friend to someone? Just trust people? Be
No,
open
I
and
don't
happy? Is
expect you
that
to
it?"
do this immediately. I don't expect you to do this immediately. But you have to spend some time thinking, feeling, being free. And you can't do that there. And you
How
can't do this
much?
with
How much time? How long?
as much time as you need to. I spend a lot of time.
And
It's not something that you have to do tomorrow, not even something that you have to do in a year. But I want you to spend some time away from all of this.
and
So you
did
can
you?
think about yourself, what you actually want. Because this is currently not something.
Did
I
you
see
feel
that
ready
you-
to not hide?
I don't think I have much time to worry about that.
What? She looks at you with confusion in her eyes.
You see, when you get older, you have some responsibilities to fulfill. And things that you care about, things you want to do. And you feel that you are losing a lot of time. You don't have enough time to do all of these things. But while you're young, you still can do these things, all of these things. And I want you to experience that. So you can develop a sense of direction in your life. This is not something that you can currently do with a group as doomed as we are currently. And let me tell you, we are doomed.
I'm just feeling that you're telling me that I should just hide. And hide forever.
No. You should not hide forever. You should take some time to think and feel and be free and develop and grow up. And you're a young little child. 8 years. It's not something that you can say is ready for the world.
It's
want
easy
your
for you
best.
to say.
I will just want your best. You might hate me for it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's easier making choices on other people's accounts, isn't it?
Yeah, because
When it does,
you
when it's
currently do
not about yourself, right?
you currently do not have the abilities to take care of yourself. So please let others take care of you.
Yeah.
You know, back home, I see people like you all the time. You know, they go on one raid, and when they come back, they act. But inside, see they are broken. And you, child, you speak with wisdom of, but you don't seem to recognize the wisdom that Theus is laying up.
Is that what you see in him? She says. Pain? In that way?
In Theus,
Yes?
I think he has learned to conquer a lot of it. He is. I look at. He's actually a true friend, and that is what you're supposed to find.
Yeah, a true friend. So honest with you all the time, she says as she turns around and walks away, stomping on the deck of the ship.
Theus, I know this pains you. I can see it. I was actually wondering if some of the words were pointed at me. I also have some of the things that you in my mind. It's too difficult.
You're
Sorry.
cutting out a bit, Jonas.
Yeah, I was actually emphasized that Bjørn is also having a hard time articulating his. So that might doesn't help if my internet connection is still bad.
That's how it goes sometimes. Did you get the gist of it, Leon?
No, I didn't understand it. This is quiet.
Theus, I'm sorry. This is tough. I truly support your decision. And someday in the future, she will understand.
I facepalm a bit, and I'm kind of happy that I will never have children.
Bjørn smiles and look into the horizon. Sure. I think that's what the RP I had planned for the travels.
Perfect. Do you want to do anything on in the travels, Theus?
Actually, until Fida Jar, no.
All right. And after a few days, you arrive at Fida Hajar. And what you see when you arrive is a big port city lying in the river basin there, with jetties going out everywhere. You arrive from the south side of the city as you make your way out to the harbor, and you see the big palace at the coast, and the many sails of the ships, and the fabric of the marketplaces, the bazaars on the coast in the city of Fida. It's a smaller city than Rath Hajar, but Fida Hajar is very beautiful in its own way. It's called the City of Towers. As spires everywhere, not only those of the conventicle, but also of the secular people, rise everywhere, dotting the sky, kind of cutting through the sunlight as you are arriving. Where do you want to take the ship with all the people?
Just like before we arrive at sea, leave the ship there, and then herd all the children and the people, then ask around who wants to go to a safe place that I know, and who wants to like go with a caravan back to Rahaja.
most people look around. A lot of the children know each other, or have been reunited with their parents. A few of them who have been orphaned by this whole debacle have been taken under the wings of some of the men or women already there, and it seems like most of them want to go back to the Kalari Sand Sea. But an old woman with a small boy that is too young to be her child steps forward and says, Where is this safe place you speak of?
It's in the Ivory Isles. A small orphanage. Run by some Loxodons.
She looks down at the little boy and she looks up at you. I think that will be wise for us. A new start. Huh? She kind of nudges the boy. We don't have anything left for us in the Sand Sea. Well, we'll go to this place you speak of.
Hey, little boy. What's your name?
Hi. He looks up. He looks a bit shy. He might be
How old does he look like?
probably younger than 5. He has dirty auburn hair and deep brown eyes. I'm Ligish.
How is it written?
I'm putting it in the chat. Ligish.
Okay, I call Bjorn and I call Vega over, and I was tell to the old woman, "Can you just leave us a little bit alone? I just have something to talk about."
Vega still looks. She's been doing what you wanted so far, but she's still she's still visibly angry at you, and she doesn't try to hide it from you.
Okay. I will leave the old woman in the ditch in a good distance to us, so they can't hear us currently. Okay. You have lived your whole life doing missions, right? I can't get through you with just being nice. So here's something for you. A mission, because you are currently, I assume you're still used to them. And this is something that I assume you are, well, pretty much used to. And we have to start somewhere. I take out this little package where I put in the jade. So, we have to both jump over our shadows at some point. This package here, and I pointed at the boy, that boy there. Your mission. Bring them to the little trunks. Green slate. To the orphanage there. Keep that little boy safe. You will be his bodyguard. He has also lost everything. It's something you're used to. He's even younger than you. And he will die if no one takes care of him. So, what do you think you will then do? Being responsible for life. I will then look towards Bjorn.
Yep.
And then we'll look towards her. This is a mission by me until the Loxodon at the orphanage then. I will look to Bjorn. That Antares is sending this to him. You see, we all have to jump over our shadows and see the bigger picture. Bjorn, this is... I have lied to you about my real name. It's actually not Theus Ipime. Oh, I don't really like to use that name, so please keep calling me Theus. But my name is Antares Al-Azif. Then I will look towards Vega. See? I can jump over my shadow. Be a little bit more truthful to myself. See a bigger picture. I hope you can do that too.
She...
The boy safe.
She, you see tears welling up in her eyes. Without saying anything, she just takes the package and nods.
Good little boy. He's now your quarry. Someone that you have to protect with your life, and hope then you will understand what I have to go through.
She stands as you stand up, and as you take a step away, then she jumps and puts her arms around you, and she says, "Where are you going? Are you going to be safe?"
I'm going to make sure that not anymore people have to go through that, the same that we have gone through, the same that you have gone through. I will make sure.
You're going with the others to Rath Hajar, aren't you?
Yes.
She looks
Maybe
up
I
at
come
you.
back or not. But you, if I not come back, then you are the living proof that I existed, just as I am the living proof that Pandora existed. So I hope you can carry this legacy on. If you
She
really
nods.
care, then you will live. If
I
not for
will.
your sake, for the sake of that boy, and for the little bit of sympathy you have for me.
Alright, I'll do my best. Don't die, Antares.
And you, grow up, be a child. Take care of that boy.
I'll see you again, won't I?
We see each other twice in life, is what Pandora told me. She was a very good friend. Someone that taught me a lot.
Sounds like it. She lets go of you. And she looks up at you, Bjorn, and she says, "Don't let him do anything stupid, right, Bjorn?"
Of course.
Alright.
You know, Theus is a friend. He always will be.
She looks at you, and it truly pains her to be sent away like this. But it seems like she has accepted that fate, and she looks towards the boy, and she stashes the package somewhere in her dress, and she turns around. And without
Okay.
looking back, she takes the hand of the boy and begins walking towards the...
Okay. I have already paid a captain, I assume. I don't have
Yeah.
to pay 200 gold for that. How
No.
how much gold? It's just 3 people I sent there, right?
3 gold.
3 gold? Okay, good. I will give the 197 gold back to Ost as soon as I see him. And I will also take the amulet from her, because this is Ost.
Alright.
Alright. I say goodbye to them, and then, Bjorn, I think we make our way to Rafajar.
I think you're gonna be a great father.
No, I hate children. So, let's go.
I take the rudder. Steer the ship up.
We make our
Alright.
way.
And then you take the same ship and you sail towards the east, towards Rath Hajar. Is that correct?
I assume
True.
so.
All right. As you cast off, just the two of you, in the now very empty river barge, the seagulls above you noisily shouting, and all of the sounds of the bazaars in the background. You look out over the bay of Fida, and there with a red sail, the ship going towards Greenslade. You can see the pink dress of a small girl, the arm raised, waving at you. So far away you can only just make it out. You get the feeling that she has been looking at your ship for a while now. What do you do, Theus?
A pink girl in pink dress.
Yes, that is definitely Vega.
Yeah. I have to be strong. Wave back, but don't look. I have to be strong. because Tears is holding back some tears. I have to be strong.
Alright. As you...
How many days was that now? Like from
3 days.
And to Rafajar then? Because
And it will take you 2 days to go to Rathajar.
so 5 days in total. All right.
5 days in total.
All right.
And we will take our break now for a break now for 20 minutes, so we can get some food and toilet break for the lovely ding dongs here. And we'll be back with the rest of the team arriving in Rathajar.
Okay.
All right.
Are Bjorn and me also leveling up?
No, you two, of course, do not level up. I want to keep it separate. No, of course, the two of you level up as well, but you don't need to do that in the break because the others will have a few days to burn before you arrive.
Okay.
All right, so we'll be back 10 minutes to in 18 minutes from now. Is that time zone?
Perfect.
What a fun thing. All right, and all of you, yes, and all of you watching out there, I will see you in 18 minutes. And we're happy that you are watching along. All right, see you all.